Before Only Fools and Horses, before Open All Hours, and long before Del Boy fell through the bar, there was Steptoe Son.
One more remark like that and you go straight onto the next bus. The only reason she left me was because of you.
Harold and Albert Steptoe were Britain's original dysfunctional duo, a rag and bone team who could make a row about anything: politics, women, or even who got the bigger spoonful of stew.
Steak and kidney pudding.
Steak and kidney He can't eat steak and kidney pudding, surely.
When Steptoe Son moved from TV to the big screen in 1972, fans couldn't wait to see the scruffy pair in colour and on a grander scale. But behind the horse and cart were plenty of secrets, mishaps, and little details you probably missed.
It's getting after you.
Certainly not. Bathing in other people's water?
So, polish your cart and mind your step in the yard, because here are 10 things you probably didn't spot in Steptoe Son, the movie.
Lock the door and keep out of my way for the next 5 years.
Although Steptoe Son was a BBC sitcom, the film wasn't made by them at all. It was produced by Anglo EMI,
Well, you can't be lovey-dovey all the time, can you?
No, I suppose not.
who licensed the characters from the BBC but handled everything independently, from the script to the marketing.
Anything in the paper?
No, nothing.
There must be something.
That's why the tone feels slightly different, a bit grittier, a bit broader, and much more cinematic. It's still Steptoe, but with a whiff of big screen ambition and a lot more manure.
You say old Maggot? That's a 650 Trident of Stuttgart.
The Steptoes' famous cluttered home on Oil Drum Lane might look exactly as it did on television, but not a single piece of the original BBC set was used in the movie.
Hello, little Dad.
You're late.
Because Steptoe Son, the movie, was produced independently at Lee International Studios in Wembley. The entire house had to be rebuilt from scratch, using photos and detailed notes from the TV crew.
I didn't come back here for my benefit. I came back here because I was asked.
The designers took the opportunity to add extra depth and realism, grimier walls, piles of junk stretching further into the background.
You mind? That is for washing plates. Come on, hurry up.
And even more ghastly ornaments. It looked so convincingly dreadful that Wilfred Bramble joked it was the only set in Britain that could give you tetanus just by sitting down.
Hasn't taken you long to get better, has it?
In the TV series, the Steptoes' long-suffering horse was known as Hercules.
Can I give you a hand or something? Rats don't sound like that.
But look closely in Steptoe Son, the movie, and you'll spot that the name Delilah is clearly engraved on the horse's bridle.
What?
No explanation is ever given. It's as if Harold quietly swapped horses between episodes. Some fans think it was an inside joke by the props department.
Have one?
No, thank you. You've got some disgusting habits, you really have.
Others suggest it was simply the real horse's name.
You dirty old man. The horse has got a drink out of that.
Either way, it's one of those tiny, blink and you miss it moments that proves even the Steptoes couldn't keep their stories straight.
If that horse's teeth starts falling out, I'm holding you personally responsible.
One of the film's biggest storylines sees Harold finally meeting the one, a stripper named Zita, and deciding to marry her despite his father's horror.
I can tell as soon as I walk into a room who it is.
Who it is?
For me.
But behind the scenes, Harry H. Corbett was dealing with his own recent marriage to actress Maureen Blott.
T11, hymn number 389. Fight the good fight. Very up.
He'd joked in interviews that, like Harold, he'd married above his station. Writers Ray Galton and Alan Simpson cheekily mirrored that dynamic in the script.
God, and in the face of this congregation, join together this man and this woman in holy matrimony.
Giving Harold a love story that was part fantasy, part autobiography.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
All right then. We'll give it a try.
Although much of the film was shot at Lee International Studios, the exterior street scenes really were filmed around Shepherd's Bush, where the original series was set.
Larks on the wing. The morning's dew pearl. Oh, God's in his heaven.
All's well with the world.
Most of those buildings have long since been demolished, so the film accidentally doubles as a time capsule of West London before the modern redevelopment boom.
It's going to be a nice morning, isn't it? Be nice out in the round today.
On screen, they were inseparable, father and son. Love and hate rolled into one cart. But off-screen, during the movie, Bramble and Corbett were barely talking.
Harold, how much longer is this going on for? You haven't spoken to me for 6 months.
Tensions from years of TV filming had built up, partly due to their opposite working styles. Corbett, a trained stage actor who liked rehearsal and precision.
I thought I made it quite clear that any conversation between us in the future should be confined to utilitarian methods.
Bramble, an instinctive performer who winged it. Director Cliff Owen often had to position them for scenes separately, calling each to set at different times. Ironically, that frostiness only made their arguments feel more authentic on camera.
Zeta!
Let her go! Let her go!
Zeta! Let go!
For such a big moment in Harold's life, his wedding in Steptoe Son the movie is surprisingly low-key, and that's no accident.
She's not taking her clothes off.
The production was working to a tight budget, so rather than hire dozens of extras, the crew filmed the wedding with just a small handful of people and used clever camera angles to make the scene feel busier than it really was. It's a modest, slightly awkward wedding, exactly the kind you'd expect from the Steptoes.
Oh, well, I'm finished. I've done all I can. It's up to you now.
Despite its sitcom origins, Steptoe Son, the movie, was originally submitted for an X certificate by the British Board of Film Censors.
What's that?
Nothing, it's just a note.
Where'd you get it?
You got a bigger nose than Cyrano Bergerac.
The same rating as horror films. Why? Because of the strip club scenes featuring Zeta and a few mild expletives that were considered too strong for family audiences. Producers fought back, arguing it was a gentle comedy about two old rag and bone men. The compromise was an A certificate, meaning children could attend with an adult. Even so, it was probably the only time a BBC sitcom ever flirted with being classed as adults only.
You must know the stripper has requested the pleasure of my company in the bath for a drink afterwards.
Get out of it.
Despite its modest budget, Steptoe Son, the movie, was one of the top-grossing British films of 1972.
Haven't you hurt him enough?
Oh, yes. I've hurt him. But I've only hurt him once. You've been hurting him all his life.
Out-earning several glossier productions. Its success even surprised Galton and Simpson, who'd worried that fans wouldn't want to see their beloved rag and bone men outside the familiar setting.
Only joking. Well, come on, hurry up.
Instead, audiences turned up in droves, proving the Steptoes could clean up at the box office as well as the junkyard.
I can't wait to see you again, my darling. You're ever-loving Zeta. Satisfied?
The film finishes with Harold once again trapped by his father's manipulative antics. But originally, the ending was written to be far more final.
I've no desire for any social intercourse. If you'll excuse me, I've got work to do.
Harold leaving for good. Producers decided that audiences wouldn't accept the pair splitting permanently.
Doomed from the start it was. I told you so. You was too good for it. That was the trouble.
The film was followed by a sequel, Steptoe Son Ride Again, in 1973, and kept Britain's favourite feuding family alive for one more round.
Hang on, Zeta. He'll apologise for that before we leave.
Do me a favour. Get stuffed, will you?
So there you have it. 10 things you probably didn't spot in Steptoe Son, the movie. From off-screen feuds to on-screen chaos, it's a perfect slice of British comedy history. It proved that even with a bit of film polish, the Steptoes were still gloriously scruffy, gloriously funny, and gloriously British.
I'll put your bloody nose out of joint in a minute. My washing. Filthy.
If you enjoyed this trip down Oil Drum Lane, don't forget to subscribe. And tell me in the comments which Steptoe Son moment still makes you laugh the most.
Harold, where's the towel?
It's wet.